Overnight, Israel intensified its strikes against targets on the Gaza Strip after declaring war in the wake of a surprise attack from the Palestinian militant group Hamas.
Eyewitness News reporter Irene Cruz is live in studio with the latest. Irene.
Yeah, Leslie, Rachel, there has been a big development overnight. Israel has regained control of all Gaza border towns. There is no more fighting in the south right now. It started early Saturday, a barrage of thousands of Hamas rockets fired into Israel. Troops on the ground invaded nearly 24 towns. Hamas fighters even parachuted into a music festival filled with thousands of people. Israel Defense Forces have been retaliating, striking across Gaza overnight, hitting over 500 Hamas and Islamic Jihad terrorist targets in the Gaza Strip. In Israel, the latest numbers now show at least 700 people were killed and 2,300 injured. In Gaza, nearly 500 people killed and 2,800 injured. One mom survived the attacks with her husband and kids and recalls the fighting.
I had to pick up my 3-year-old and my 2-year-old in both arms and run to the bomb shelter. And my husband was, he was sleeping. We both went in and we closed the door. And the immediate first bombing was at least 15 sirens in a row. In other words, there was missiles falling one after another without any pause. And from that moment, we understood that this is out of the ordinary.
The Israeli government says that as many as 100 people have been kidnapped. Evacuations continued this morning. 15 out of 24 towns have been evacuated so far. Meantime, senior administration officials say at least 4 American citizens have been killed. The U.S. sent backup to Israel Defense Forces with additional equipment and resources. U.S. officials are trying to confirm if Iran played any part in the attack on Israel.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown.
So there you have it. You know what I mean? Like, these people are having war over there. You saw what the background looked like, man. Bombs, fire, buildings destroyed. Now you got to ask yourself, is this what Israel going to look like when the elect gets gathered from the four corners of the earth, right, and brought back to the homeland? You know what I mean? Like, is this what it's going to look like? Think about it. They don't fit none of the prophecies. The prophecies go against the people that are in the land, and we're going to prove that. All right? And, at the end of the day, this is also for you vocab Maloners and you crazy Christians that don't understand what's going on. All right? Sending out prayers to Israel. We're going to send out prayers to Israel, not understanding that you are Israelites, man. Most of them people sending out prayers is our people, right? Just blind coons and just straight, batshit crazy people, man. Not understanding. And that's why this lesson is going to be titled, "The Chess Pieces Are Being Positioned by the Lord." Because this is the Lord's movie, man. And according to prophecy, these things are going to happen. All right? We know that the MOTB has to come in first. All right. And so this is just a preview. All right. But this is going to, be a all scale, all out attack after. All right. And this must happen to draw out, these Babylonians, right? These Edomites over here in America. All right. Because the Lord is going to destroy this place and destroy Israel. Right. It's going to be a cleansing because those people don't belong there. All right. So, we're going to get into some scriptures and we're going to prove to you that these 1948ers don't belong there. All right. We got to keep hammering this subject in, as well as the MOTB. All right. As well as everything else. Right. Because we are the defenders of the gospel, and we got to keep, bringing this out. Our people is simple as hell out there, man. All you see through social media is send out prayers to Israel, man. The hell with those people, man. Then you got that Edomite talk about she had to run with her children. I wish a bomb dropped on you. Okay? So, without further ado, we're going to get into some scriptures. So, let's go to the book of Jeremiah. Let's go down to verse 20.
There's a book of Jeremiah, chapter 49 and verse 20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord.
The counsel of the Lord is everything that he has spoken, okay? These prophecies, all right?
That he hath taken against Edom.
And when you against something, all right, that means that you're an adversary to them, right? Why? Because Esau is an adversary to the Lord, right? Them counterparts of Satan, these damn devils, all right? Go ahead.
And his purposes that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman.
Teman is those Germans, all right?
Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out.
Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Who's the least of the flock? Right? The 1948ers, man. Amalek. All right? The ones with the small hats. You know, the ones that claiming to be, the Jays. The ones that are over there. Okay? They're going to draw them out. Go ahead.
Surely he shall make their inhabitants,
The habitations,
so like you're desolate with them.
You see? And that's to make the habitations desolate with them. Okay? Who? Esau, man. All right? Babylon. And Israel. Okay? The Lord is going to be a house cleaning. Okay? People don't belong there, man. It's going to be an extermination, man. Got to bring the exterminators in. Right? Got a bunch of roaches and rats. Right? Living in a place they don't belong. So this is what's going on. Okay? Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. These 1948ers, man. And you already see that the U.S., right, Babylon, is already sending help over there, okay? And another thing that I was listening to Elder Manasseh Zakbar today, right? And he mentioned a great point. When the hell did Israel have any allies pursuing Psalms 83, right? Where they all, they all got together in alliance to hide the children, right? To hide the people, to hide us, okay? All our enemies were mentioned there. Esau being the first ones, man, okay? One of the first ones, Salakia. All right, you got Moab, Ishmael, all of them. You see? So how is it that they're in alliance with Israel, but they're the enemies of Israel at the same time? That was a great point that he brought out, man. See? You can't gainsay the truth, okay? And these things are going to be fulfilled whether you like it or not. No matter how much you try to hide it. The Lord put boundaries on everything. And the only reason you was able to hide it for that long was because the Lord allowed you to fulfill prophecy. Remember, the Lord's counsel is the only thing that's going to stand. Right? Now your Edomites are being found out. Okay? You guys it's crazy how you and your kingdom living miserable. All right? When we return, we're going to be at peace and we're going to get to that. All right? But we're going to get another scripture on this. And we're going to go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, right? And we're going to go to verse 45.
There's a book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, and verse 45. Therefore, hear ye the counsel of the Lord.
There it is again, right? The counsel of the Lord.
That he hath taken against Babylon.
There you go, against Babylon, right? It said Edom and against Babylon, right? And who's the one that's running Babylon right now? Esau. Okay? Go ahead.
And his purposes that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans.
Against the land of the Chaldeans, right? Because it's a people before it is a place, right?
Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out.
You see? That's talking about the same thing. Amalek. All right?
Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them.
That's it. Because there's going to be destruction on both sides, man. All right? The Lord is preparing, he's paving the road for that destruction, okay? The way that Esau thinks he's a little slithery serpent, through the grass until he, moving subtle. Hey, the Lord is the master chess player. And he's positioning every chess piece right where he needs to position it, okay? He's giving you glimpses. And like I said, he's also blowing the trumpet to you Israelites for you to understand. If you understand the prophecies, to know what time we're in, right? That we need to examine ourselves. We need to make sure that we're right with the Lord, okay? And that's the mercy he has given us, man. That vision, right? The prophecies to understand and to say, hey, man, it's crunch time, right? It's crunch time, man. We gotta be in clutch mode. Ain't no time for messing around. Okay, while everybody else is lollygagging, right, with their heads up their ass. All right? Christians are waiting for that false rapture, thinking they're gonna escape tribulation. Okay, we're getting ready for war, man. We're getting ready for that hard walk. Okay? That's mercy. All right? That's the mercy that the Lord has given to his his hopeful elect. Okay? So, let's go to the book of Ezekiel, chapter 36 and verse 5.
There's a book of Ezekiel, chapter 36 and verse 5. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen.
Of the heathen, right? You other nations that ain't Israelites.
And against all Idumea.
And against all Idumea, right? That's Esau, man. Go ahead.
Which have appointed my land into their possession.
You see? Which have appointed my land into their possession. And that's who's over there right now, man. These Edomites, right? Amalek. All right? That's who's over there in the land that we're supposed to possess. But guess what? We got scattered according to prophecy. All right? And they're the ones dwelling in there. Go ahead.
With the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey.
You see? So this is one witness that's letting you know, okay, that those ain't the real people, right? Them small hats ain't the real people, okay? Those are culture vultures. They stole a heritage, right? Esau had to find an identity to hide under, all right? He's hiding under German, under French, under Russian, all right, under American, white, what else? Polish, whatever it is, man. This is the man. He had to hide himself ever since Cain, right? Because anybody that found him was gonna slay him. Okay, he's a vagabond. He's a thief. He can't keep at home. All right, this is who this man is, man. You see, and they're dwelling in the land that was appointed, right? That was given to Israel, to Jacob's children. All right? We're going to get another witness on that. Let's go to the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 24.
There's the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 24. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations.
And this is Yahushai, okay, because it's in red letter, speaking on our downfall. All right? We're the ones who got led captives into all nations, okay? There's no secret. We're the ones that got scattered to the four corners of the earth. While they went and trained into Germany. The so-called bullshit Holocaust. You know? So, think about it. That's strike two on them. They don't fit the prophecies, man. All right? They never were scattered. They never were sold into bondage. Okay? Go ahead. Go ahead right here.
And shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles.
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles. Who's over there right now? Esau, Edom, man. Gentiles.
Until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled, man. And that's why these people are, they have never gotten any peace or rest over there. It's always been war, right? Just threats, bombs, you know, civil unrest. Okay, because they're not the people. when the people go back, there's going to be rest. You know, when the true children of Israel go back, when the kingdom, you know, is returned to the rightful owners, right? And righteousness rules, there's going to be peace on earth. All right? Matter of fact, let's get that. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 2, and let's start at the top.
There's the book of Isaiah, chapter 2, verse 1. The word that Isaiah, the son of Amoz, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days.
In the what?
In the last days.
See, so this is concerning the last days. It hasn't happened yet, okay?
That the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow on unto it.
See, and when do you see all nations flowing unto Jerusalem right now? Right? To the house of the Lord. Where do you see all nations flowing unto it, right? It's going to say, it's going to show you to do what? Go ahead.
And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways.
And he will teach us of his ways. Where do you see all nations going to learn the ways of the Lord? Right? You don't see that happening right now. They're at war. Go ahead.
And we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law.
And out of Zion shall go forth the law, right? The righteous law, not unrighteous decrees. Righteous laws. Everybody's going to be set in order, okay? That's why the people are going to rejoice after they serve their hard bondage for what they've done, for being in alliance with this wicked bastard, okay? They're going to be set back in order according to the laws of Moses, okay? The Levitical laws. Go ahead.
And the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares.
And they shall beat their what?
Their swords into plowshares.
So they're going to turn their weapons into agricultural, tools, right? Gardening tools.
And their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more.
Read that one more time.
Neither shall they learn war any more.
Neither shall they learn war anymore. But I thought that was going to happen when the children of Israel return, right? In the last days. But right now they're at war. Right now they're getting bombarded, right? A missile is a sword. Okay? That's the modern day sword. All right? But what it say? Nation shall not lift up sword against nation. Neither shall they learn war anymore. That's strike 3 on that imposter over there. You see? And I wish, no matter how much you tell these simple people, man, they're always going to find a way to twist up the words and, I mean, it's disgusting, man. I'm telling you. I always say that the Christian church is an asylum, man. Them people are crazy. They're crazy as hell, man. Crazy as hell. Like, I be walking by, and all you hear is that damn concert. You got a woman preacher yelling and screaming, and nobody know what the hell she's saying. But hey, it feel good. Amen, yeah. You don't know what the hell is going on. All right? But you're going to find out when the missiles is coming. Okay? You're going to find out. You're going to be like, what the hell? Why ain't the rapture? What happened to the rapture? Matter of fact, even before that, when your ribs is touching, man. When your skin is wrapped around your ribs, okay? Or you're being thrown out into the streets, or your kids are being killed in front of you, your husbands or whatnot, or you're being, you're being raped by these wicked men, all right? Then you're going to ask, man, what happened to the rapture? You see? And guess what? You're going to remember. Them boys in the corner were telling the truth. You see? And it's going to be too late. It's going to be too late. The Lord's going to laugh at you. right? You see, because you never believed us. Why? Because what they say, when a rich man speak, everybody heareth, but when a poor man speak, they say, who is this fellow? That's what you looked at us as nothing but a damn, black or Hispanic in the corner, and you felt like the Bible should have never been in our hand. All right, but you don't understand prophecy. When the true people are in the land, there's not going to be no more war. It's going to be peace, man. Okay? So, let's go back to the book of Jeremiah. Let's go to chapter 23, and let's start at verse 5.
There's a book of Jeremiah, chapter 23 and verse 5. Behold, the days come, said the Lord, that I will praise unto David.
I will raise
unto David, Salakia, a righteous branch.
a righteous branch, that is Yahweh Shai.
And the king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth.
That's right, that's Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
In his days, Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely.
And what?
And Israel shall dwell safely.
But right now, they're under attack. You see? But it said in his days, Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely. Okay? But these people are being attacked right now. Go ahead.
And this is his name, whereby he shall be called the Lord our righteousness.
And he shall be called the Lord our righteousness. Okay? So you got to understand, where is the Lord right now? Where is the Lord Hamashiach Yahweh Shai over there right now? Huh? Why ain't they dwelling in safety? Okay? You see? Where? Matter of fact, let's get a little bit more.
Therefore, behold, the days come, said the Lord, that they shall no more say, the Lord liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
You see, it says, they shall no more say, the Lord liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, right? Why? Because that was the biggest thing that's ever happened, right? The Exodus, when he first saved us from the hands of the Pharaoh, right? But what are they going to say?
But the Lord liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country.
Right here in Babylon, the great city, right?
And from all countries, whither I had driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land.
You see? And they shall dwell in their own land. When has this been talked about? The big deliverance, right? It wasn't 1948, return from these German camps, okay? Where are those 1948ers scattered everywhere? Okay? Where are they? Where was the big deliverance that should be spoken about? Okay? When they go back to the land and dwell safely. But right now they're at war. You see? Because that's just a bastard dwelling in our land, man. All right? So this man been struck out, man. This man been struck out. Like I said, man, that we could have closed the book a long time ago. All right? This was a closed case a long time ago. All right? But we're making sure, that this indictment is they bury them, man. Just keep hitting them with that hammer. All right? Because when the judge comes back, man, ain't going to be no negotiations. There ain't going to be no plea deals, man. Okay? You're sentenced to death. You've been sentenced to death from the beginning. Ain't no way around it, Mr. Vocab Malone. Okay? You going with them too. All right? Man, Lord willing, whoever got you, Lord willing, they take you back in chains, man, and drag you, bro. Put a boot in your ass, man. Okay? All you ever done was sweat us, man. You can't sleep because of these prophecies. All right? So, let's, we're going to get two more scriptures. We're going to go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 60, and verse 18.
There's the book of Isaiah, chapter 60 and verse 18. Violence shall no more be heard in thy land.
Say that again.
Violence shall no more be heard in thy land.
Hey, but there's, you know, these people are going through it right now. So this is self-explanatory, man.
Wasting no destruction within thy borders, but thou shalt call thy walls salvation and thy gates praise.
There you go. There you go, man. Ain't nothing else to say about these imposters out there, man. This is the reason why they're getting it. It's gonna get worse, okay? And that's why when it might get a little bit better for them just for a moment, because there's other prophecies like the MOTB that's got to come through. But guess what? When they shall say peace and safety, sudden destruction is gonna come upon them. All right. So we understand. You know, this is just a preview, but this is a faith booster. This is also, like I said, a warning. Not only, it's not only exposing them, but it's a warning to the hopeful elect, you know, to make sure that they are walking that right path, right, that narrow path, okay? This is, you know, you got to take it that way. You got to say, you know, we're getting a lot closer. We got to, you know, get into clutch mode, as I said. All right, you know, repent. Make sure that you're doing everything that the Lord is telling you to do, or do it to the best of your ability. All right, because we're not gonna be perfect in these you know, these messed up bodies, right? But you know, we gotta examine ourselves and do the best we can for the Lord. All right. So I'm gonna close it out with the book of Revelations, chapter 2, and we're going to start at verse 26.
There's the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 26.
And this is red letter. This is Yahushua speaking.
And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
To him I will give power over the nations. But here you are, over there, right? And Babylon is the superpower. Okay? You got Russia that could destroy you as well. All right? How are you ruling over the nations right now? You ain't ruling over the nations. You see? So how is it that you fulfill the prophecies of returning back to the land? Makes no sense.
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father.
And if that was happening over there, if you were the true people, there wouldn't have been no attack on you, okay? Which give credence. You are not the people, okay? All right? Especially for you, Vocab Malone. All right? Mr. Dr. Brown. All right? So, you know, this is just, you know, more a token, you know, of who are the real people. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So you got to understand, as we always tell you before we close out, we're almost at the end. It's time to repent. It's time to examine yourself, all right? And walk this walk. Be a doer of the word, not only a hearer, all right? Don't just be in a comment board. Don't just sit back and listen to lessons, all right? Gain this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, all right? And start putting some work in for the Lord as well, okay? With truth and sincerity. Make sure you understand what you speak, all right? You don't want to be found with no guile. Make sure you're learning from GMS, who holds the 100% truth, all right? So with that, we're going to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. And I want to say shalom to the brothers and sisters that are in this truth. Shalom.
Shalom.
DTA.
DTA.
Abab Abab.
Bob.
Kum Yasharala.
Yashua.